I just tapped out for a second there because I was just taking a screen grab for a thumbnail so I could make a thumbnail. And the reason I did it was because this is where the video is paused. Oh, that's quite a good thumbnail. It's going to be my thumbnail for the next video we're going to do. Thanks to, there's been some people, just to remind you as well, we do still have some stuff on the merch page. The Nikki No Boats is up there. We've left that up there. I got pursuit straight away.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
No. BHNshop.nz, Nikki No Boats is up there. Come Monday, we'll have some more products there and maybe even some sticker packs. We're just working that out over the weekend. I'm just quite enjoying these.
Nobody signed up for this, Pat. Nobody.
And also, thanks that a couple of people signed up to be patrons tonight as well. So appreciate your efforts. Okay, here's my question: is salesman Christopher Luxon the same as Prime Minister Christopher Luxon? You know, we talk about he's been, because remember, we've said this for a long time. He's not a businessman. He keeps talking about a businessman. He's not a businessman. He's a salesman. And then he's gone from the sales department to the boardroom. When you hear politicians talking about small business and businessmen, they're talking about the people who got up early and they started the shop, or they became they learned to be a builder and then they started their own bit and they brought apprentices on. That's not him, right? That's not who he is. He worked in sales and then he moved from sales to management, and then he moved from management to the boardroom. That's his business experience. So what I'm interested to get your feedback on, Whānau, is look, it's still going. Jeez, you guys, come on. Is actually, does he sound the same? Is he, as a Prime Minister, the same as his jobs when he was a salesman? And in the notes for the show, I think I've written, is he just trying to sell his 2024 version of neoliberalism? Is it the same vibe? And this one, he's talking about Nivea hand products, and when he sits in front of the pulpit or the dais, he's talking about tax. Let's have a listen.
On the product side, I mean, very much a lot of it's been really about, there's not a lot of male-specific personal care products out there.
I should apologise. This is when he was president and CEO, so he's more than a salesman here. He's in the boardroom by now.
Guys, so if you think about a lot of skincare products, probably 20% of the products in the marketplace are made specially for men. And then guys are either using female or unisex type products. And so as a consequence, that's what we're trying to do here, is really understand male needs, build out these products that really do clean properly, which is a male need, and then make sure that they're actually keeping the skin comfortable. So that's on the product side. On the positioning side, I think this is a life stage that guys genuinely, we're all going through. I'm 39 years old. I go through it. I have 2 kids. I run a $1.5 billion company. I've got a big job, but a lot of my fulfillment is coming from places
jumbo job.
Other than what I do, who I'm becoming is much more interesting to me than what I'm doing or what I do. And so I think a lot of guys are having this conversation about how do I want my life to count, what do I want it to be about, and who am I going to become? And I think that's a common thing at this stage.
Oh, that music's going to get us kicked off.
I mean, there are physiological differences between men and women. So guys have much bigger hands.
Really?
They tend to probably be less clumsy, or more clumsy and less delicate with how they use products. And so they need stuff to sort of physically grab. And so whether it's that the tool that we're introducing, which really is a very male-specific kind of tool or implement to use in a shower, or whether it is a bigger bar that's shaped specifically for a male hand, or even the way you look at the bottles, the way they're designed.
So that'll do. I mean, it goes for another 30 seconds. Chewie, is that the first time you've seen that?
It is.
And it's going to be with you for the rest of your life. How do you feel about him as the salesperson versus him as the Prime Minister? Is there a connection? Is it the same guy? Is he just trying to sell? Now he's trying to sell 2024 national neoliberalism?
Okay, so my main takeaways now, I'm going to use less deodorant after watching that. I'm just going to stop. That's the effect that Christopher Luxon has on me. Whatever he wants me to do, I don't want to do it anymore. Right. I saw him talking about his Spotify rap, and it almost put me off music. It's the same sort of patter, and it's the same sort of empty stats talk sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like he'll just say something like 80% of men don't wash, or strange, obviously focus grouped statement combined with a statistic that market research have put in front of me that I practiced for a week before this conference. It's the same sort of thing. It's not, it never comes across as a lived experience. Like, this is my personal experience. This is what someone has told me.
This is the script.
This is the thing that I regurgitate. These are the points that I've been told to hit. And I think that is very similar to what we see when he's talking about national issues.
Yeah.
Which is just bizarre when you think about it. Like, I really do want, like, I understand that business is an important part of the economy, and successful business people, powerful business people, have something to offer, have a point of view to make. But that point of view is limited to business and their own experience. Any politician brings to the table their own personal experience. And I think when National stack the deck with, we've got investment bankers and CEOs and board members and that sort of thing, and we have no community people. I fucking lost the word there. Advocates. People that have like, you know, have worked in hospitals, not owned hospitals, worked in hospitals. You know, do we have any GPs that have worked under someone else, or someone that owns a GP office? You know, those sort of things. I think that's why we get the hollowness that we get out of the right wing. I would say the most genuine people there are the ones that have been farmers. I might vehemently disagree with some of their points and their positions, but I don't doubt the lived experience that they've had of being a farmer, doing farmer things, and talking to other farmers in quite an honest way. I would believe a national farmer. I would believe him. I would believe his positions. As I said, may disagree with them very strongly, but I would believe them. I don't believe Christopher Luxon. He hasn't lived here long enough. He hasn't had experience enough with the things in our country that concern a lot of people. Like, his kids weren't schooled here, as an example. That's a big thing for someone. Has he had an experience in a New Zealand hospital?
So you're saying credibility. You're saying credibility. That's what you're saying.
Credibility, absolutely. And I think this is something that just gets shown up, people's feedback about him time and time again. They don't find him credible, relatable, you know, likable. And this is the thing, that they've got 7 full-time staff trying to make him relatable. By Chris, show him your Spotify Wrapped. Well, no, I'm not going to like everybody's music on Spotify Wrapped, but it was such a disjointed series of artists, and just him relating to it. It was like he was reading someone else's Spotify Wrapped. Yeah,
but you know what? You watched it. This is part of the thing. You watched it. That's the thing.
Watched it.
But you still watched it. And like Chippy was just saying, they were sort of leading the social media world in 2016 or 2017, whatever it was, and then national. So you watched it. So if that was a channel, you ticked over the counter by one. I watched it, so we watched it. So even though it was like, oh my God, how embarrassing! It was like watching your embarrassing dad do something embarrassing, but we watched it. So we engaged.
If Chippy's still watching, the answer to this is not to release your own Spotify Wrapped. Okay, the answer to this is to surreptitiously get filmed opening up a mosh pit at an underground club somewhere in Wellington. Go to Medusa.